So that brings us to one of my favorite segments,
Yes, sir.
responding directly to your comments. This is where we engage you and with our programming, and we dive into your ripples to make more ripples.
hmm So as always, we coming from the digital streets of TikTok, and this topic was from the episode 7. The clip was most people do long-term intimate relationships wrong. Here's the right way. So we got a comment. Oh, she just said interesting. Mia, your mystic therapist, interesting. But again, I've noticed that it's all because. All right, here's another video right here. Next comment, because again, interesting ain't really we can't really work with that.
Yeah, I agree. It is interesting.
But it was interesting
I agree.
concept. All right, next
A
video
lot of
was
people liked it. Had a lot of views too.
yeah. So yeah, going back to it, it did have as you said 943 views, which is basically like two theaters, two 500 amphitheaters worth of people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's a lot. All right, next. It's all because we had the video where it was like, if you want to be successful with money, then stop doing this on a daily basis. This is where we were talking about anticipation.
Okay.
But it's like wishes fulfilled. Don't focus on what it is. Stop wanting, or you'll stay in want. This is when we were just talking about again, like managing that dopamine in regards to kind of like social media and stuff like that. So there's like wishes fulfilled. Yeah. Don't focus on what is. Again, how it appears. Stop wanting, and you'll stay in want, or you'll stay in want. So again, if you keep yearning and anticipating these things, you will keep wanting until you get the reality of it, and then I was actually just doing some homework on just storytelling, and that's actually one of the points he was making. He was like, expectation versus reality. That's like the psychological component here. When it comes to us wanting stuff, or especially when it comes with money, us wanting to be rich or wealthy, we think we understand what it is. So again, we create these expectations. Then once we get to that quote unquote milestone and we see the reality of it, then that's part of what factors into us coming quote unquote down, is because the reality didn't meet the expectation. The flip side of that though is when expectations are low, but reality supersedes expectation. That's where you get that state of fulfillment, that nirvana, things of that nature.
Right.
You feel me? Because again, you had such low expectations for something, but it ended up being, and we've all experienced it. I'm pretty sure you've been in situations where it's like an event, and you're like, "Damn, I don't want to go to this event." You start creating excuses for yourself not to go. But then you go and you be like, "Damn, I'm glad I came to this." You know what I'm saying? This beat my expectations.
That happens to me all the time.
It happens to all of us all
All
the
the
time.
time.
But we don't take it, we don't look at it critically from that perspective though, of all right, well, this was when I'm having these types of experiences, that's when my expectations was low for something, but reality superseded my expectations.
Right.
But when I'm feeling bad, that's when I had high expectations and the reality didn't meet my expectations.
Yep.
But that helps us now manage our mood, manage our emotions, because now we understand what's happening. We know that it's just not something happened to us. It's like, oh, okay, my expectations were high for this one.
Yeah, I think as it relates to this comment, the person was saying, stop wanting
Or you'll stay in
or
one.
you'll stay in want, and it's like it made me think of the Bible verse that says, "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want." So maybe putting wanting something. What is wanting something?
Desire,
Yeah, that's desiring after something. You're
anticipation,
anticipating,
fantasy.
craving for something,
Imagination.
wanting. So it's not good to live in want. It shouldn't be about wanting to the point where you just stay that you just keep saying I want it, I want it. One has to turn into action,
Well, that's what I was gonna
right?
say. I think the problem is a lot of people just want things and they don't take action.
To get what they want, right?
They just want it, want it, want it. I think that's maybe what they're alluding to as well. Because again, if you just I want this, I want this, I want this, then but you never put no action behind it, and you just in the perpetual state of want, then again, you're not gonna make no progress.
You'll stay there.
Stay stagnant.
You'll stay there.
So let's see. I think there was one more video. Yeah, here we go, right here. So this one was they told us men and women. They told us men and women were wired differently, but did they leave this out? So again, they told us men and women were wired differently, but did they leave this out? So this was or we're just talking about I think one of the
paradigm?
dopamine, yeah, the dopamine and the paradigms, yeah. So first comment says, "Honey, sun kiss, we're overloaded with the mental and physical load of life. We wish there was more dopamine. Watch Inside Out, and you'll get a hint of our brains."
Let's read it again. Honey
She
Sunshine.
said,
That's her name.
"Yeah, Honey Sunshine, Honey Sun Kiss is the user."
Oh, okay, got you.
And then their comment was, "We're overloaded with the mental and physical load of life. We
Okay.
wish there was more dopamine. Watch Inside Out 2, and you'll get a hint of our brains."
Oh, Inside Out 2, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's saying she wished they had more dopamine.
Because remember you were talking
Yeah.
about like no, we were talking about how like how a woman's brain might be more
Yeah, could it
sensitive
be
to receive
wired
it.
different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So maybe she's saying they need more dopamine.
No,
And
she said we're overloaded. Oh well, yeah. Wish there was more. Well,
Yeah.
again, but again, her concept of saying we're overloaded mentally and physically, it's like again going back to like you're just perceiving yourself to be mentally overloaded,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a perception because again we control we perceive our life. The language we use to interpret life is what what it ultimately becomes.
Mm-hmm.
So some people perceive just the what most people can see basic adulting in life. There are people who are legal adults who view that as mentally and physically overloading.
So what I'm gonna say to you in my response, I'm going to watch Inside Out
Me
too
too, right?
because I seen the first one and I really liked it. So I'm gonna watch that and then I'm gonna circle back to your comment and then we're gonna give you a solid response.
Then it says the next one is Devon, yeah, Devoning Lover 849. It's a very good point, or very great point that I think is never brought up. It's like, yeah, it isn't brought up. We know it's rarely talked about, but the reality is I think that there is some action there in regards. I would love to see some science research or some studies done on that. Maybe
Yeah,
there have been
there
some
may
done of
be.
that, so we
I'm
can look
pretty
into
sure.
it. Is does dopamine, do women need more or less than men, or vice versa? Do men need more or less than men? Or are women's brains more sensitive to it than men's brains are to it? Who knows? I would love to know.
All right. So you doing another one?
I think we are done. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
All
Everything.
right,
We don't
cool.
have any more, at least for this week. So
All right, cool
again,
beans.
go make sure go to TikTok, comment, subscribe, and we'll make it do what it do.